Alright, so as promised, bringing you 8 minutes of wide format footage this time in the aisle. No more YouTube shorts. Let's check it out. So, first off, first thing that caught my eye, these right here. I don't usually throw stick baits. In fact, I never do. I might be picking some up today on this 8-minute series here. I like the Ozark Trail stuff. Actually tried those out. They are proven to perform. I have caught snook and bass on those. Felt kind of awkward throwing a dark green bait in this dark water down here in Florida, but it paid off. I'm used to using, some albino flukes, something like this without the black speckles. But moving on, let's check out these yums. I actually never grabbed anything from the young section. These were real big when I was growing up, more popular than the white. For some reason, this pearlescent pinkish purple, man, fish tear them up. I haven't had a pack of these in a while. That's basically a must-have down here in Florida. Fresh water, salt water is pretty universal right there. I'm not much of a worm fisherman. My first bass I ever caught was on a worm, something like that, but smaller. A lot smaller, maybe that size right there. Yep, that's what I caught my first bass on, Rotunda. It's a golf course down here in Southwest Florida. So moving on, see these scum frogs are catching my eye, but those look more like Halloween costumes than something you would actually find in nature to me. See, this is something I definitely don't think would catch fish. Comment, prove me wrong. Drop some pictures if you're catching fish on them. I do not believe that would work. Even if they do work, that's not my style right there. So moving on, these little crappie cranks are really good. I never really have luck on lipped baits. If it's a real small lip, maybe, but any sort of medium to extreme lip, I don't usually do too well on. This, I know bass will tear them up. Caught bass on them before. These frisky frogs, never used them. Let me know in the comments. You guys send me some pictures, drop me some pictures of fish you're catching on them. How small is the hook you're using? Beetle spin, that's a classic for people. I've honestly never used a beetle spin in my life. Might have to make a video on that. Rooster tail, definitely some classics. I didn't really use them growing up, but now that I'm an adult, I got an appreciation for different baits. Those definitely work, especially on the smaller stuff. These, I've heard, are amazing. Unfortunately, I've picked up a couple of them in this color, never caught anything on them. I've seen a lot of other people local to me catch a lot of fish on them, maybe not in person, but send me some pictures. These are looking good. I'm liking these colors, I'm liking these sizes, I'm liking how small that lip is. This would definitely be a good round the edge bass bait. You catch those little bass that are like 6, 10, 12 inches. There's one of my other favorite baits, maybe not the Rebel one, but the crawdad. I'll show you those in a minute. We'll go ahead and find those. Let's see what else we're coming across here. Rapala, I usually skip this section completely. You guys can say what you want. Never been a Rapala fan, ever. I don't care how big they are. Mirror lures, I haven't been throwing them. Probably haven't been throwing them for 5, 6, 7 years at least. Want to get back into throwing them. In my opinion, they really don't have much action. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. Especially ones like this. I mean, they don't do much. I prefer the Catch 2000, or maybe the never used these shapes, but maybe this mullet shape kind of breaks the water a little bit better. This shape, it may catch fish, but it's really not the best shape. Moving on, these are catching my eye. I'm liking those. These I've definitely caught fish on before, maybe actually the mullet shape. I've never tried the shrimp. For $1.78, you cannot beat that. Let's see, moving on. Got these in the tackle box. I've never caught fish on those. Always did pretty good with the new penny shrimp on the gulps. I'm not a power bait fan. These are good, but they're fragile. The hooks rust easily, the tails break right off, and as well, they don't always swim right. But for $3 for a 2-pack, they do work. I have no experience with those. We're gonna go ahead and do a video on these rage tail swimmers, and it's gonna be the pink and purple colors. We're gonna try to bust the myth. Do tarpon prefer purple over other colors? Now, another bait we got here, Terrorize. Everybody loves them. I got a friend that loves them. I bought a pack. I tried them out. Swam like a cinder block. It was no action. It went straight through the water. Didn't dart. Didn't swim. It didn't convince me. I didn't catch anything on them. So that was the size and color I got right there. Kind of left it at that. Liking the color on these, although I'm not a power bait fan. Let's see what else they got here. DOAs. A lot of people use those when I was growing up. I never did. These as well. A lot of people use these nowadays that I fish with or did fish with. They always catch snook. I don't know why. I'm not really convinced by them. They glow in the dark. They actually look pretty good. As far as spoons, if I had to pick out a spoon, I'd be going for the smaller ones. As well, I kind of prefer the single bladed spoons to the treble spoon myself. Let's see what else we got here. Gotchas. I mean, if you want to catch ladyfish, I've actually seen snapper hit those off the pier. The local pier to me is Tom Adams. So, and you got your bucktails. I've never done well on the bucktails. Recap of what I have done well on: spoons, this style swim bait, but not made by Storm, gulps, the Ozuris, even though they're wiped out right now, Storm poppers, more Storm poppers. That's pretty much it. These right here, a lot of my early videos, I tore them up, big snook and small snook. In fact, while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of these cream shads.